My goodness, guys, I'm not sure if you saw, but these stocks, well, not all of them, but a couple of them have almost doubled today. We're going to break down what's going on with this group of stocks today. We're going to go over my thoughts, what I'm doing. Am I buying? Am I selling? Am I holding? Am I YOLOing everything I own? Which you guys probably know me. I'm not doing that, but either way, we're going to break down some charts here, some thoughts, my ideas. So if y'all find value, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And of course, guys, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000. Just check out that link down below or simply go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo and we'll talk more about that later. Don't worry, we'll talk about the details. And with that being said, cheers, let's dive into it. So this group of stocks that we're going to talk about today, you guys probably know, maybe not. Either way, I'm about to tell you. I'm not going to drag it on till the end. These stocks, guys, are the MJ stocks. You know what I'm talking about, right? The MJ stocks, which I'm not sure if you've seen, but recently they've started to get very, very hot. They've started to run up, guys. I'm not sure if you've seen, which we're going to talk about that today more because they're running up yet again. Today alone, the MJ ETF, let me pull it up and show you, which I'm not exactly sure what stocks exactly are in this ETF. Maybe I'll pull it up real quick and we'll take a look at it. But either way, this ETF is up on the day roughly 15%. Very big move. And just in the past couple of days, you guys can see the MJ ETF is up from 284, and that was from the end of August. Now it's only the 11th of September. We're at 450, which is a move of around, not a complete double, but that's up around 55%. So MJ, the ETF, which let me actually pull it up right now. Give me a second, guys. I'll edit this up and make it smooth for you all. But I'm going to pull it up and see here what stocks are actually in this ETF. Give me a second. So this is actually pretty interesting. It looks like their top holding, funny enough, the top holding in this ETF is actually an ETF. Funny enough, it's actually an ETF. The ticker is MJUS. That makes up 49.9% of this portfolio or this ETF. So what the heck, what are the top holdings of MJUS? Let me actually pull this up and see, guys. So it looks like the top holdings of this ETF are Innovative Industrial Properties, never heard of that. AFC Gamma, never heard of that. And Grow Generation Corp, never heard of that. So it looks like those are, that's only 27.3% or 9%. Either way, that's their top three holdings. And other than that, in the MJ ETF, we have, you guys can see Tilray, which we'll talk about in a second, SNDL, which I believe is Sundial. We have Kronos Group, Canopy Growth Corp, Chicago Atlantic Real Estate Finance, Aurora. We also have WM Technology, Organigram, and High Tide. Those are the top 10. But again, it's funny that the top holding, I actually didn't know that, which is why I looked it up. This is good that I looked it up. The top holding is an ETF. So the ETF has an ETF as the top holding. But then after that, of course, a bunch of individual stocks like I read off. So we're seeing a lot of these pretty much moonshot today. In other words, I mean, geez, guys, look at these. I didn't even show you yet, but let me pull up ACB, which is Aurora. Let me pull it up and show you guys. And funny enough, I used to own this stock a couple of years ago, and thank God that I got out of it because, man, I would have been down massively at this point. And I think I sold. Yeah, I sold at a pretty decent loss to begin with, and look at how it's downtrended over the years. But either way, ACB right now is up 62%, and earlier in the day, it was up to over 93 cents per share. So that means it was up even more. Unbelievable. So ACB is up 62%. We have CGC, which is Canopy Growth. You guys have probably heard of them, right? They're up 75%. Unreal. This stock is up to $1.63, and earlier in the day, it was at $1.79. So it is up 76%. At one point, it was up, let's see, 85, 90%, 95%. Oh my God. So 95% at one point it was up. So these are completely breaking out. They're directionally bullish after they were downtrending for months. You guys can see CGC downtrended for months, right? ACB downtrended for months. You guys can see that here. That's up again 62%. Now it's starting to reverse, but that was downtrending for months. We have other ones like Curaleaf, which I believe is still downtrending. Actually, no, this one's actually reversing, but still, this was downtrending for months. Now we're starting to break out, and this is all because MJ is getting closer and closer to becoming federally legalized, right? Which obviously would be phenomenal for all these companies, especially the ones based in the U.S. Obviously, guys, it'd be great for them. And they're also looking to declassify MJ from a Schedule 1, I believe, to whatever's under that. I don't even know. But they're looking to declassify it, which I believe it should definitely be declassified. And that's a huge step to federal, legalization, right? So these are all things that are starting to come out and come around right now over the past couple of days. But let's be honest here, guys. Let's not BS ourselves. Let's tell it how it is, which is what I do here on the channel. At least it's what I try and do here on the channel, right? We all knew that federal legalization is on the horizon, and you have to realize this stuff is pretty much known. Sure, maybe the declassification, that's some new information. But what you have to realize and be careful about is this is a huge political issue, right? And what are we heading into right now? We're heading into pretty much politics season, right, guys, with the next presidential election coming around, debates, the primaries, all this stuff that's going on. This is going to be a big hot topic, and you guys know what people try and do, politicians try and do during these time periods. Well, they use these issues to buy votes, right? You guys know that. They use these issues, whether it be MJ, whether it be this, that, the third, they use these issues to buy votes, and what that does is it causes hype in the stocks. Let's be honest, because if Biden's up there or Kamala's up there or whoever the heck, right? And they're like, oh, we're going to legalize this and we're going to do that. We're going to make sure it happens, next year or whatever. That's going to cause a lot of hype in these stocks. And these stocks, let me tell you, I've been trading for years and I've seen the MJ cycle, right? This just didn't start now, guys. This has been going on for years. These stocks move on hype. They move on news. They move on, momentum from politics, right? Legislation, upcoming, events, right? That could lead to legislation or legalization rather. Things like that, right? That's what moves these stocks. And now we're starting to get into that cycle again where I'm not saying they're going to moon and 10x and go up 1,000% or anything like that. I'm not necessarily saying that, but all I'm saying is if you peel the layers back a little bit, a lot of these are extremely beaten down. Curaleaf, which is one that, is pretty popular. This was at $18 a couple years ago. Now it's at $5. I mean, this thing's down massively. So you could argue this could make a run, back, maybe not to $18, but could it make a run, legitimate run? It sure could. ACB, could it make a run? Sure, it definitely could. Tilray, TLRY, which you saw that was a top holding in MJ, that ETF. This thing was at $67. Now we're at $3. It's up 9% on the day, 10%. Could we make a move back towards, 10, 12, 15? Sure, it's possible. Not guaranteed, but, these things are so beaten down. And I'm telling you, with the hype cycle coming around, these could be interesting plays. That's all I'm going to say. We'll leave it at that. Moving forward. So what do you guys think? Do you guys see what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to hit that like button and to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well at StockSurfS, or just type in Stocks Talk Stocks. And if you guys want some free stocks, you might as well use that Moomoo link down below, or just simply go to StockSurfS.com/Moomoo. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund it with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And listen to this, guys, fund it with at least $5,000 for a limited time. On top of those 15 stocks, you also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Google stock, which makes this promo a no-brainer. So use that link down below. And with that being said, folks, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.